Los hombres pierden el control con las mujeres. Q. Hacken, Esto, Nilda Chiaraviglio, Hay una verdad poderosa que atraviesa la edad. Que el tiempo. Y las modas. Cuando una mujer se elige su misma, todo a su alrededor cambia. Y esto no se trata solo de relaciones, se trata de salud, energía, y bienestar, especialmente después de las luchas. Porque la verdadera atracción, la verdadera fuera. Y la verdadera juventud nace de adentro hacia afuera. Cuando una mujer madura, descuidas, respetas, y vivir con intención. No solo inspira a los demás, también transforma su cuerpo y su mente. La paso de los actos no es una sentencia, es una invitación. Una invitación a vivir conciencia. Comer mejor no significa comer menos, significa comer con amor. Alimentos simples, naturales, llenos de vida, frutas frescas, verduras, proteínas, leguras, grasas, buenas y mucha agua, se convierten en aliados silenciosos que devuelven vitalidad, mejoran la piel, fortalecen los huesos y aclaran la mente. Cada comida es un mensaje que la envías a tu cuerpo diciendo, sigo aquí, me aporto, me cuido. El movimiento también cambia todo. No hace falta agitarse, ni competición, ni caminar unos minutos al estirar suavemente el cuerpo, el despertar, retor. Mover las articulaciones con respeto y constancia es suficiente para despertar la energía dormida, el cuerpo responde cuando lo tratas con paciencia. Poco a poco vuelve la fuerza, mejora el equilibrio y la respiración se vuelve más profunda. Y con cada pequeño movimiento, la confianza crece. Pero hay algo en más poderoso que la dieta o el ejercicio, y es la actitud. La forma en que te hablas, la forma en que te miras al espejo. Personas mayores han pasado la vida cuidando a otros y se han olvidado de su mismas. Hoy es el momento de cambiar eso. Desert palabras amables, permitir descansar, ria disfrutar. Poner límites y elegir lo que te hace bien es una medicina invisible pero profundamente efectiva. Cuando una mujer mayor camina erguida, con calma, con seguridad interna, transmite una energía que no se puede fingir. No es una cuestión de agradar, es una cuestión de presencia. Y esa presencia nace de una mente en paz, de un cuerpo cuidado y de un corazón que ya no mendiga atención. Y eso, curiosamente, es lo que impacto genera en los demás. Por quien se honra sí mismo inspira. Respeto. Dormir bien, respirar profundo, reducir el estrés, soltar el pasado que pesa, y vivir el presente con gratitud rejuvenes, MSQ, cualquier tratamiento costoso. El cuerpo escucha cuando la mente se tranquiliza. El sistema inmunológico se fortalece, la digestión mejora, y el ánimo se eleva. Ad deja decir en limot, y se convierte en una fuente de sabiduría. No se trata de cumplir con la juventud, se trata de encarnar la plenitud. Cada año vivido te ha dado experiencia, sensibilidad y profundidad emocional. Cuando alineas eso con habitos, simples y salutables, ocurre algo extraordinario, te sientes viva otra vez. Con ganas de aprender, de moverte, de conectar, de disfrutar. Hoy puedes decidir empezar de nuevo, un paso a la vez. Un vaso de agua ims, una comida corta, una comida consciente, un pensamiento positivo, una respiración profunda. Pequeñas decisions, diarias crean grandes transformations.
Why cuando tú cambias, todo cambia contigo. Recuerda esto siempre. La verdadera fuerza no se pierde con los secos. Se despierta cuando decides cuidarte, valorarte. Why vivia con amor propio? Why disease lugar la vida respond?
She had spent more than 60 years living for everyone else. First for her parents, then for her husband, then for her children, and later for her grandchildren. There was always a reason to postpone herself, to eat whatever was left, to sleep less, to say, "I'll do it later." Her body began to speak in quiet but persistent ways through constant fatigue. Stiff joints, shallow breathing, and a dull heaviness that followed her through the day. It was not just the mirror that felt unfamiliar, it was the way she moved through life, as if she were slowly fading into the background of her own story. One ordinary morning, nothing dramatic or emotional, something shifted inside her. She realized that no one was coming to save her from the slow neglect she had accepted as normal. That understanding did not bring fear, it brought clarity. She prepared a simple breakfast, fresh and light, and sat down to eat without rushing.
Oh!
No phone, no worries, just presence. For the first time in years, she was fully aware of what she was giving her body. That single moment carried a quiet power. It was not about food, it was about respect. As the days passed, she made small choices that added up to something larger. She drank more water. She chose foods that made her feel lighter instead of sluggish. She noticed how her digestion improved, and how her energy no longer crashed in the middle of the day. These were not sacrifices. They were gentle corrections, as if she were slowly guiding herself back to balance. Her body responded not with miracles, but with gratitude. She began moving every morning, slowly and intentionally. No harsh workouts, no pressure. Just stretching, walking, breathing. She listened to her body instead of forcing it. Each movement felt like an apology and a promise at the same time. An apology for years of ignoring its signals, and a promise that she would not abandon it again. Her joints felt looser, her posture changed, and her breathing became deeper and calmer. The most profound change, however, happened in her mind. She stopped speaking to herself with cruelty, and thoughts like "it's too late" appeared. She gently replaced them with "I am still here." She allowed herself to rest without guilt and to say no without explanation. She realized that stress had aged her more than time ever could. As her mind softened, her body followed. Sleep became deeper, mornings became easier, and her emotional reactions became less intense. People around her noticed something different, not weight loss or new clothes, but a quiet confidence. She no longer rushed to please or explain herself. She listened more and reacted less. There was a calm strength in her presence that did not demand attention yet naturally drew it. She had not become someone new. She had returned to who she had always been, before life taught her to put herself last. She learned that youth is not about age, it is about alignment. When what you eat, how you move, how you rest, and how you think begin to support each other, the body finds its rhythm again. Inflammation decreases, energy returns, and the mind becomes clearer. Time continues to move forward, but it no longer feels like an enemy. It becomes a companion. There were still difficult days. Days when old habits whispered, when motivation felt low, when the body felt heavy. But now she had awareness. She understood that consistency mattered more than perfection. A glass of water, a short walk, a nourishing meal, a kind thought. These small actions were no longer insignificant. They were acts of self-respect repeated daily. Her relationships changed as well, because she no longer abandoned herself. She stopped expecting others to fill that void. She set boundaries without anger, and offered kindness without self-betrayal. This inner stability made her presence feel safe and grounded. People sensed it. Not because she tried to be impressive, but because she was finally honest with herself. Her body, once tired and overwhelmed, began to feel supported. Less pain, more clarity, more emotional balance. Not because time reversed, but because she was no longer fighting herself. She discovered that simplicity was the secret. Eat well. Move gently. Rest deeply. Think kindly. Feel fully. The change was not loud. It did not happen overnight. It was slow, steady, and real. And with every passing day, one truth became undeniable. It is never too late to choose yourself. It is never too late to care for your body. It is never too late to come home to yourself.